Hello everyone, my name is Guru Prasad KN, Assistant Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, ATME College of Engineering, Mysuru. Today, in this video, I will be demonstrating how to verify superposition theorem both theoretically and practically. Now in the circuit diagram, we will consider two power supplies, one is 5 volt, another one 10 volts, and three resistors R1, R2, R3 and 1 milliamperes, that is milliammeter. Now I will be showing you how to connect this circuit diagram. So this resistor is 560 ohms. I am connecting as per the circuit diagram. And this one 150 ohms I am connecting. So this one is R1 560 ohm and this one R2 150 ohm. Now I am taking 330 ohm. So one end of 330 ohm I have connected here and another end I am directly connecting to the common point, that is ground. So R1, R2, R3 I have connected. Now we need two power supplies, one is 5 volt and another one is 10 volt. So we are using two power supplies. I am switching on the power supply. So this is V1, I am setting it to 5 volts. And this one V2, again I will switch it on. And now I will set another power supply V2 to 10 volts. Now we have two power supplies, one is 5 volt, another one 10 volts, and I am using 1 milliammeter. Now let me complete the connections now. So this one is R1. Between R1 and another end of R3, I am connecting V1. So this is positive terminal of V1 and this is negative. I am connecting it to ground. So you can see here. So this is positive terminal which is connected to red and another one is negative. Similarly, I will take another power supply. One end of R2 is connected to the junction, another end is connected to power supply 2 and negative terminal is connected to ground. Now as per the circuit diagram, V1 is completed, V2 is completed. Now I have to connect milliammeter. I will take milliammeter now. So positive terminal of milliammeter is connected to junctions of R1 and R2 and another terminal of milliammeter is connected to one terminal of R3. Now the circuit is completed. Now I will switch on the milliammeter and we can see the load current what I am observing here is 19.8 milliamperes. So when both the power supplies are used, I am getting the value 19.8 milliamp. So now we will consider another figure 2 now. So in this figure I have removed power supply V2, that is short circuited V2, and we have retained only V1. Other resistors like R1, R2, R3 are as it is in the circuit. Now I will remove V2. So if you go to the circuit diagram, now I will switch off V2 and I will remove V2 connections. I will keep it aside, and wherever V2 was connected, that point will be short circuited now with one connecting wire. So now I repeat once again here in the circuit diagram, I have connected only 5 volts. There is no V2. Now we will calculate what is the value of load current, that I am denoting it as IL dash. Now if I see in the circuit diagram, the value of IL dash is 2.3 milliamperes. Now I will note down that value, 2.3 milliamperes. Now we need to check whether this value 2.3 milliamperes is theoretically right or wrong. So let me go to the theoretical calculations. So here I have taken current in the loop 1 as I1, load current as IL dash. First let me calculate I1. So I1 will be equal to voltage by resistance. So V1 divided by R1 plus R2 parallel with R3. So this R2 and R3 are parallel to each other. That answer will be in series with R1. So I have substituted all the values: V1 5 volts, R1 560 ohms, R2 150 ohms and R3 330 ohms. The answer what I have got is 7.54 milliamperes. This is I1. So once I get the value of I1, now let me calculate IL dash. So IL dash can be calculated using the formula I1 into R2 divided by R2 plus R3. I1 7.54 milliamperes, R2 150 ohms divided by 150 plus 330. So IL dash will be 2.35 milliamperes, which is equal to the answer what we have got practically, that is 2.3 milliamperes. Now in figure 3 I am making some changes. Now I will remove V1 and I will retain V2. Resistors R1, R2, R3 will be remaining as it is. So V2 I will take, V1 I will remove. So coming back, so this V1, so I will switch it off, V2 I will switch on. Now in the circuit diagram, so I will remove this one. So I will connect V2, another one is connected to ground, and as I informed, I will be removing V1. So these two wires which belongs to V1 is removed. In that place I am short circuiting it with the help of one connecting wire. So coming back to the circuit, V1 is removed. In the place of V1 I have short circuited it. V2 I have connected, that is 10 volts, and R1, R2, R3 are as it is. Now if I see the current, so the current what I have got is around 17.4 milliamperes or 17.4 to 17.5 milliamperes. Now I will note down that value. So I will take approximately 17.5 milliamperes. Now we need to check whether this value is right or wrong, going for the theoretical calculations. So now let me take the current in loop 2 as I2. First I will calculate I2, then the load current in this figure 3 I am denoting it as IL double dash. So the formula to calculate I2 is V2 divided by R2 plus R1 parallel with R3. Going back to the circuit diagram, R2 plus R1 parallel with R3. I am substituting all the values. V2 10 volts, R2 150 ohms plus 560 ohms in parallel with 330 ohms. So the answer what I have got for I2 is 27.96 milliamperes. So once I get the value of I2, now I will calculate IL double dash. which is given by I2 into R1 divided by R1 plus R3. I2 value 27.96 milliamperes, R1 560 ohms divided by 560 plus 330, I have got the answer 17.59 milliamperes. So IL dash I have got 2.35 milliamperes theoretically, practically around 2.3 milliamperes. IL double dash theoretically 17.59 milliamperes, practically 17.5. So when I add both, the answer is 19.94 milliamperes, which is equal to what we have got in circuit number 1. Now I will tabulate the readings. I will write the tabular column. In the first column, serial number followed by load current, theoretical value and practical value. So under load current column, when both sources are acting, I am taking as IL. So the theoretical value what I have got is around 19.9 milliamperes. And practically, when I have done initially, I will show that one once again. So the answer what I have got is 19.8 milliamperes. So that value I am substituting it. Now when only source V1 is acting, that is IL dash, theoretically we have got 35 milliamperes. Practically I have got 2.3 milliamperes. And when only source V2 is acting, that is IL double dash, theoretically 17.59 we have calculated, and practically approximately we have got 17.5 milliamperes. So if I compare both theoretical and practical value, we can see theoretical and practical values are approximately matching. So by doing this, we can say superposition theorem is verified both theoretically and practically. Thank you from ATME College of Engineering.